Hi, this is Emily. I know LFT Girl Angel, and unfortunately, I couldn't do my whole reading on my Paris tribute, so I'm doing the second part now to have the continuity of the videos. I took my trip in 2013, and it was the best trip of my life, and I had a wonderful time, and I want to go back to Paris, France, and I plan to. I know Paris is struggling right now with this recent horrible tragedy with the terrorist attacks, but I will come back to Paris, France, because it is a pleasure and a pure joy to be a part of that and to see the history and the culture and the beautiful people and just j'adore Paris. So I'm going to continue my video now, part 2, the continuation. I'm going to start with the paragraph that I already read. I stayed at Notre Dame for a while, but knew I had to move on if I wanted to see some of the other beautiful sights of Paris. My next glimpse into the wonders of Paris was the bridges that cross the Seine and the city. I could not get enough pictures as I tried to capture it in my mind as well as in a photograph. Sadly, it is fleeting in my mind, but the memories will be there and the pictures will tell the story. There are so many bridges that intersect the city, and I am reminded by my French teacher that they are referred to as ponts in the French language. As I continued my walking journey in Paris, wishing I would have more time, I came upon the Louvre, which is home to the most famous artworks in the world, including the Mona Lisa. I did not have time to actually go inside, but I did have that chance to admire the museum from outside, and it is so impressive as it stretches for quite a distance and is unique in its own architecture and style. I then walked to the Place de la Concorde, which stands tall and is not too distant from the many fountains and the most beautiful gardens. The famous Jardin des Tuileries is quite beautiful and breathtaking. I enjoyed taking many pictures there and remembering my French teacher talking about these beautiful gardens as I looked into the distance. I could see rows of trees lined up on the avenues straight ahead, and to my left, in the distance, the Eiffel Tower. As I continued down this avenue, I wound up on the most popular avenue of the world, the Champs-Élysées, which is quite a delight. Lined up are sidewalk cafes, stores, eateries, and popular fashion boutiques. It is easily one of the most sought out places to be in Paris. It was exciting walking on the avenue in the heart of Paris for the very first time. In the distance, I could see the Arc de Triomphe, which is one of the many popular symbols of Paris. Once I approached the Arc de Triomphe, I knew I was going to take lots of pictures. As I circled it, I wound up back on the famous avenue, and I decided it was time to go back. I wanted to see the Eiffel Tower, but I was so tired from all the walking that I felt it was time to start heading back and retracing my steps back to my hotel. I had a lot of passion in making this walk because it was all new to me, and though I was tired, I was enjoying every step of the way as I took in all the beautiful sights and sounds of this very beautiful city. Paris is all that people say it is. You will fall in love with Paris and wish to go back to experience it again and to experience more. I was very happy to have had this wonderful opportunity. And I believe I did as much as I could have in a day. I walked for about 8 or 9 hours round trip with little rest, and I felt tired but also refreshed, having experienced its beauty and splendor. I was also happy I was able to retrace my steps to the hotel without getting lost. Since I was alone, I stopped to eat at a Parisian McDonald's, and I felt very happy to see this McDonald's because I knew I was approaching the hotel after my long and extremely interesting walk. I never thought I would get so excited about a McDonald's, but this meant I was nearing completion of my walk for the day and also addressing my thirst and hunger needs as well. I also stopped at the ATM to prepare for my trip home on Sunday and a market to fill up on refreshing citrus drinks for the night. To help satisfy my thirst, as I approached my hotel, I felt relieved and happy, and I settled in for the rest of the night, thinking about this special walk I did today. I told my wife and son about it, and I will share it with them in pictures, and hopefully one day, all together on a Paris vacation. J'adore Paris. I wish to extend my deepest sympathies to all the people of Paris, France, for the recent heartbreaking, tragic terrorist attacks that killed many people. I have no way to truly express my sorrow other than to say I am deeply saddened, but I make this promise that I will come back to Paris, France, because I love the city, I love the people, and I find that there is no better city in the world. Paris, without question, is indeed the most prettiest and most beautiful cities in the world. And I can tell you that I sincerely wish to come back to Paris, and I would love to do it with my family as well. And I will never forget my trip, which I took in September of 2011. No, I'm sorry. 2013. I think it was 2013. But it doesn't matter the year exact. I mean, not 2013. 2011. That was 4 years ago. But anyway, I definitely would love to come back to the best city in the world. And my heart goes out to all the people of Paris, France. I'll have many memories that last me a lifetime, and it felt very rewarding to read my writing on Paris. And I'll share some beautiful pictures in the city. Well, I think that the pictures won't do justice for this beautiful city, but it's worth showing you. This is my writing that I did, and you can read my writing on hub pages. It's a tribute to the wonderful and beautiful city of Paris, France, and I called it A Walk in Paris. And you can see these are some of the pictures. I don't know how good you can see that, but it was a beautiful place. and I'll never forget it for as long as I live. And here's a couple of more pictures. Such a beautiful place. And I think that my most famous and the most famous attraction that I felt very in awe seeing was obviously the Eiffel Tower. I believe that the Louvre, the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the Champs-Élysées, the Jardin des Tuileries, the Bastille, Notre Dame are by far the most sought out tourist attractions in Paris, France. In addition, obviously, to the sidewalk cafes and just walking around that cosmopolitan city will change your life. Oh, and the artisans and the street merchants and their beautiful artwork. And it's just a pure joy. It was such a wonderful time, and my heart aches for Paris. I did a tribute video to Paris also with beautiful images of the city. I will do another, but I did actually a tribute video with tragic pictures to kind of show the immense tragic happenings. And I pray that we find peace in Paris and in the world, because no city and no people should go through that. I just feel that those people lost in the terrorist attacks, you can't put a price on those losses, and I believe in my heart that good will triumph over evil, but it's going to take the Parisians a long time to heal from this, and I do pray for them, and I will make the concerted effort to come back to Paris, France. Before I die, I want to go back to Paris, France. It is by far my dream to do. We all have a dream in life and a wish, and that would be a dream that I would love to do before I go. Beautiful Paris, and the restaurants and the cuisine and the people and the sights. You just can't imagine the grandeur and the beauty of such a wonderful city. And I will have to learn how to use the metro and other forms of transportation. And I hope that I can get back there within the next 3 to 5 years. And I hope that Paris will regain its popularity, because it's a shame. And I do understand that the Parisians are circulating a book that Ernest Hemingway wrote about the beautiful city of Paris, and they're leaving those books at memorial sites there to commemorate those who perished. And I think it's truly wonderful and inspiring. And Ernest Hemingway always said that Paris was his most wonderful city, on his list to see and go to, and I agree 100%. Emily Ainelli of T-Girl Angel. Shem Pari